I'm here doing a Q&A. So if you have any questions, hey, just ask away. And I encourage you guys to chat with one another. And we can just check and see who is coming towards who. Again, this is going to be a live question and answer session for anyone who has anything they'd like to check out. Okay. Let's just see who's coming towards who then. Yeah. So who's coming towards who? Looks like someone who was talking to someone else at some time is going to be coming back around for someone. Also, someone who felt like they had their heart broken is going to be giving love another shot. Gonna be trying to date again. And who are they gonna be asking out? They're gonna be asking out someone else who has likewise had a broken heart. Maybe, this person is seeking out someone who is on the same level and feels the same way. Or maybe they're just drawn to one another unknowingly. Do they know that each of them have broken hearts? They're probably going to be talking about it late night when they're awake, discussing however they feel like they went wrong, vowing never to do it again to one another. So they're going into new relationships and just seeing what they've learned in the past and how they're going to apply it to this new relationship that they're going to be going into together with one another. Very strong attraction coming in between someone who is about to be bringing in some cold hard cash over an idea that they've had. So this person is doing really well. And that's the energy coming in with this person. And this other person, fuck. sorry. This other person is doing pretty good too. So they're going to be celebrating together with what they have going on. Yeah, I guess this is like a dark time of the reading here. You need to look right there. Right there. So yeah, that's the energy that's coming in. So what else is coming in? Let's see. also a really big surprise that's going to be coming in for someone that's going to be bringing some luxury in with it. Huge surprise energy. Huge surprise energy. And it's coming in for someone who has been juggling a lot of stuff. They've been juggling like crazy. Been juggling, mad juggling, trying to figure out how they were going to do something. And then, you know, do stuff. They're doing stuff to the best of their ability. They have a lot of stuff that they're trying to do at once. And there's going to be a pleasant surprise, but it's going to be really exciting coming in. And there is some judgment coming in over a couple that just broke up. And people are wondering if this couple is going to get back together. They really were ill-suited for one another. They weren't suited at all. But yeah, there's just too much anxiety that was created within that relationship. So they are not likely to be getting back together. That's for sure. That is definitely not going to happen. So this other person they're coming in as being real concerned, like strong action is needed to make sure these people don't ruin their lives by getting back together. You don't have to worry about what you're going to say, how you're going to say it, or any steps to take to help them to see that they don't need to. I get that these people have been coming back and forth, quite possibly in the past, and that's why a few people were concerned. But yeah, they're not going to be getting back together. Not them. They have finally broken apart. They finally broke up because they felt like things were out of their hands. You know, both of them had taken actions to the point to where things were not in either one of their hands. And so it kind of pulled them apart. And it was for the best. That's what I'm getting. For the absolute best. So, I'm just gonna kind of hang out here a little bit and see if anyone wants me to check out anything for them. There is a Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo person missing another Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo. There is also what is this? I feel like a divine masculine is absolutely missing someone who was coming in as being the center of his world. The advice for him is to cling to the hope that you have that you guys are going to see one another again, because it can do a world of good for you right now. You guys are likely to see one another again. Excuse me. It's just coming in with you guys keeping the energy that you want to be together at some point. So, like, if you both are still feeling this way, which I'm getting here that you will be, you just have to be able to brave any type of drawbacks, any type of just be ambitious in love, because you could, what I mean, have people saying all kinds of things or whatever, because even though these people don't want to see you happy, it doesn't matter if you guys come back together again, you are going to be happy. This is like a whole different couple here than the couple that was coming in before. What sets this couple apart is that they have this energy of being fearless in love, as well as this magician energy. So, yeah, they believe in certain signs and stuff that they have witnessed, and they're on top of their game. Like, they turn each other on, in a big way when they see each other. They both have been doing things like cleansing their aura and staying open spiritually to love. Big magician energy there. They light up one another's path. Let's see why they haven't been together. They haven't been together for a while because there's a lot of emotional upheaval going on with them and around them. And it's affected them in some way. Also, one of them has embarked upon something having to do with a career to where they have traveled and expanded. So they're not in the same place, and it has taken them away from one another. So in addition to the emotional upheaval, that's what else happened. How can they tone down emotional upheaval when they come back together again, since it did affect them? Okay, well, they can focus on the energy that they've shared with one another, the energy that they always feel when they're around one another, and just block out anything else that's being done, anything else that's being said. Someone doesn't want someone else to do something that they've been doing. However, they're going to be very successful in doing this thing. It may not have taken off fully yet, but there's a lot of success that's going to be coming in. Let's see why they don't want them to do whatever they've been doing. They don't want them to do this because it reminds them of someone or some scenario where they felt like they were disappointed. You know, they felt like someone who was maintaining a similar employment let them down in some way, and there's just a negative connotation to the energy. They just feel brokenhearted that this person is, doing this, whether it's hanging around someone or whether it's their work. They just don't want to see this person doing it. And why is the universe going to ensure that they still excel? Because this is something that they were born to be recognized for. So it doesn't matter what happened with the other person in, the grand scheme of things. It doesn't really matter because this person's on a different level. They are called, you know what I mean? They're not just trying out something. And this must not be obvious to this other person that they were called into this. Yeah, this is something they're arguing about. They're like, don't do this, you know what I mean? I care about you, or I care about whatever's going on, and I don't want you doing this. Their belief system is different. They look at things in a different way. It makes them feel different. While it's making one person feel more secure in just life and everything that's going on around them, it makes the other person feel like, how is it making this other person feel? Like someone is giving too much of themselves, like someone is sharing something that they don't feel needs to be shared, that they're giving away a lot and maybe being taken for granted, due to the energy that they are giving away, and they're drained. Something is going on to where they're providing some type of service, um, for people. It could be something controversial like abortions, or it could be something else like, you know, someone saying don't put your own self at risk to do this other thing. So it's something that's coming in as pretty exciting or risque or both. How does this other person know that they're going to be successful in what they're doing, or do they know? Well, they studied what they wanted to do to a T, and then they found a niche. They felt they felt like, um, they found like a little compartment to where they feel comfortable, trying to see if what they're doing is going to grow, even if it's, translating some book that is, um, it's something controversial. It could be like rap music, or, you know, some other type of seductive, um, genre of music. It could be erotic book writing or something like that. Someone is really trying to discourage this other person from what they're doing. But like they just feel so drawn to it and so comfortable with what they're doing now, that it's become a habit. So even if this person is little by little convincing them that they don't need to do whatever they're doing, they still are habitually drawn and doing it. So this is not something that's easy for them to stop. I'm getting that someone maybe doesn't want someone to work in an area where they feel it's, kind of like enabling someone else to do something that they're very strict about, that they, you know, are ready to go overboard and say, hey, not to do this or that, even if it's like, I don't know if it's like working in some factory where they're reproducing porn or something. It's something someone it feels so serious about. It could be, bottling alcohol or something. It's or working in, advertising for something like CBD, or something. Someone, doesn't want to see someone selling like dildos or something. And so they've been stressing someone else out, pretty much begging them not to do this and that. But this person is just, the way they view things too is totally different than how this other person is viewing what they do. I appreciate the thumbs up there. There's a person checking in. Well, thank you for showing love. La la, GGG. I'm feeling that. I'm feeling that. And I'm sending you some love too. Light. And well wishes. So someone has some sort of argument or disagreement about something, and they're wondering how they should proceed. And the advice is coming in as keeping in mind that someone else was possibly acting on an impulse that they had because they felt like they weren't going to be able to do something about something that they didn't do something about before. So they didn't do something previously, and now they feel like they missed out on something. And that's the kind of energy they had. So they reacted off of that in some way. And it's not their usual way of behaving, but since they were so upset by that, things went a certain way with how they were acting. So before I clock out of here, I just want to remind you guys that you can check out the playlists for specific sign readings. You can also check it out for the tarot radio listening. As well as the holistic answers section of my channel. There's something for everyone on here, pretty much. As always, I appreciate the likes, shares, and comments every time. I know someone was saying that they really like the cards, the way that they glow or shine or whatever. And sometimes, it does feel kind of like a trance. I don't know if you guys are feeling that too or what. I'd like to thank some of you guys for your donations to Holistic Wellness Coach. Of course, without the H on the end there. And PayPal. Just giving more people opportunities to come into the live chat here. I want to thank those who are falling asleep to this tarot reading. I feel that that's what's going to be happening. Until next time, guys.